Kendrick did it. The energy from this track alone speaks volumes. In his 11th studio track GNX, Kendrick Lamar asserts his dominance in the game, bringing West Coast rap back to the forefront. But it's not just Kendrick, with Peso, Hita J3, and Young Threat in tow. This track stands as a statement of pride, hustle, and unwavering street credibility. Let's dive into the lyrics and explore how these artists flex their influence and their roots.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz?
Kendrick's first line draws us into the intensity of the track, as he claims his impact on the rap game. The reference to a blitz is not just a football term, but a metaphor for how fast Kendrick can dominate the game. This could be a subtle jab aimed at Drake. Following their public beef, Kendrick was ready for the pressure, rushing in and flipping the script immediately with his own response.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit?
This bar isn't just about Kendrick's dominance, it's about reviving the West Coast sound, especially amidst tensions with Drake. Kendrick rallies the West Coast hip-hop community, taking his claim as the one who brought it back. He's not just talking the talk, he's backing it up with unity and power moves.
Hi, have you ever been a joint and you know it? Have you ever had to flip your unemployment?
Kendrick Lamar continues his Have You Ever theme here, a signature style from previous tracks like Euphoria and 616 in LA. These reflective questions draw listeners in, allowing them to connect with the rapper's experiences. The phrase "been a joint and you know it" is a metaphor that can have multiple meanings. It could symbolize being at the center of attention, a feeling of being consumed or used, much like how a joint is smoked and passed around. Alternatively, it might speak to being in a situation that people are waiting for you to fail or burn out. The line about flipping your unemployment takes us deeper into Kendrick's world, suggesting an extreme hustle mentality, trying to survive and make a living against all odds. This could also be a commentary on the struggle of having to make ends meet by any means necessary, showing how people flip whatever situation they find themselves in to get by.
We'll treat an enemy like some breadcrumbs.
Peso is letting us know that his enemies are small and insignificant. They're not worth his time, a metaphor for his dominance in the streets and rap game. This could also allude to him hunting his competition like breadcrumbs, leading him to his prey.
All of my killers on go like who shared Sean.
This line continues the theme of dominance. Peso's crew is always ready to go, keeping their killers on alert, ready to silence anyone who challenges their territory.
Red rum, all I think about when I see heads come.
This bar references Redrum, which spells murder backwards, and could be a nod to The Shining, the famous Stanley Kubrick film. In the movie, Redrum is a disturbing symbol of violence and death. By invoking this word, Peso is emphasizing the danger and consequences that accompany his life and his decisions. This could also tie into the theme of violence that runs through the streets, a reflection of the harsh realities he and his peers navigate.
Beat the pushy up like I've been celebrating our murder scene.
Here, Peso blends the imagery of celibacy with his aggressive desire, comparing the hunger he feels to that of someone who's been deprived of something for too long. He's describing an explosive return to the world, using the metaphor of someone who has been sexually abstinent, eager to act and murder anything in his path, be it the track or an adversary. It's both a display of raw energy and a sign of control, showing his resilience in the face of adversity.
14, ride mini bikes with some dead friends.
Hita J3 reflects on his past growing up in Compton, where violence and loss were constant. He recalls his youth, riding minibikes with friends who are now gone, victims of the harsh realities of street life.
Riding with the dirty blicky switchy, make a new flame.
This is a raw line about staying strapped, referencing an arsenal so vast like an international conflict. It's as if he's ready for battle at all times, emphasizing the never-ending conflict of the streets.
How about suicide doors? Is the hit 'em, man?
Suicide doors are a classic symbol of luxury and opulence in the rap world. They open from the rear, which adds a flair of exclusivity and wealth, signifying that Hita J3 is not just rapping but living the life of the elite. The mention of suicide doors also ties back to the car theme that runs through the track, a symbol of power and wealth.
Hey, like it's Iraq, shooting aim, Hussein.
This line draws a comparison between war-torn Iraq and the dangerous life that Hita J3 has led. By referencing Saddam Hussein, he emphasizes the intensity of the situation he's involved in. Hussein was a figure who commanded massive power, and Hita is implying that his own ability to wreak havoc in the streets is just as potent. The shooter named Hussein is both a subtle nod to the dangerous implications of war and a metaphor for his own arsenal of power.
Get on my build shit, get down with the plier.
Young Threat introduces the mindset of being hands-on, ready to work and build from the ground up. This line symbolizes a no-nonsense attitude to get the job done, whether it's creating hits or handling business.
Coming back to back hits, hottest nigga ain't tired.
Young Threat alludes to the relentless energy in the game. The line hints at the exhaustion of rivals trying to keep up with his constant flow of hits.
When it's wartime, they hiding in the cut.
Young Threat makes a point here that when the stakes are real, his opponents are nowhere to be found. Hiding in the cut is a slang expression meaning staying hidden or avoiding confrontation. This line is a direct challenge to anyone who claims to be tough, but in reality lacks the courage when it's time to face real danger. It's a declaration of his own fearlessness.
I swear I'm coming, worse to y'all baby moms, I'm putting niggas through it.
Here, Young Threat compares his intensity to the stress and drama that many people associate with dealing with a difficult baby mom. In this context, the baby mom represents someone who's relentless, constantly challenging and demanding. Young Threat claims to bring that same level of intensity and chaos to his competition, giving them a taste of their own medicine. The production on GNX is layered, blending high-energy beats with classic West Coast influences, while still pushing the boundaries with modern sounds. The heavy bass and rhythmic percussion create a driving force that complements the hard-hitting lyrics. With Rascal, Soundwave, and the team at the helm, the track maintains an aggressive pace, allowing each rapper to assert their dominance. The production is sharp, purposeful, and resonates with the theme of power and resilience throughout the song. Kendrick Lamar, Piso, Hitta J3, and Young Threat come together on this track to show us their resilience, their hustle, and their unapologetic dominance in the rap game. With GNX, Kendrick reminds us that he's not just a rapper, he's a movement. The West Coast is back, and Kendrick is leading the charge, one verse at a time. Gloria, a song that stands as the emotional centerpiece of Kendrick Lamar's GNX album. But what's the true meaning behind this track? Is it a love song or a deep metaphor for Kendrick's relationship with his craft? In this breakdown, we'll explore the layers of love, growth, and artistry right here in the final track of one of his most introspective albums.
Sentado, Anita y tú.
In the intro, we hear Sentado, Anita Y2, which translates roughly to seated, Anita, and you hear the name Anita could be a reference to legendary singer Anita Baker, an artist Kendrick has mentioned before. In fact, earlier on the album, Kendrick raps about riding in his GNX, with Anita Baker on the tape deck, a nostalgic and intimate connection to music. This small detail sets the stage for the deep personal themes to come.
I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I'm right.
In these opening bars, Kendrick takes us back to the roots of his relationship both with his fiancée, Whitney Alford, and his pen, which represents his craft. He reflects on his youthful mistakes, admitting that he learned from them, and that his pen, his ability to express his wrongs through music, is the key to growth and success. This is a direct reflection of Kendrick's early days as an artist, when he made his first mixtape at 16, searching for his identity. The mistakes he speaks of were stepping stones toward his later success.
Some wanted you, but they weren't committed. Preoccupied playing John Madden.
Here, Kendrick draws a contrast between his dedication to Whitney and his craft and the immature distractions of other suitors. He uses the John Madden football video game as a metaphor for wasting time, showing how many people around him lacked the focus that he had. In a broader sense, this is also a commentary on the distractions in life that keep people from pursuing their true potential, just as his focus on music has shaped his success.
Said you gon' see the people before they go away from what I'm holding them to.
In this line, Kendrick talks about his growth as a person, realizing that to maintain his relationship, he could no longer be trapped in his old ways. He acknowledges that his evolution was essential to building something real with Whitney. It's a call to maturity, not just in relationships but in his approach to life and his career. This sentiment echoes themes Kendrick explored in earlier work like You From To Pimp a Butterfly, where he grapples with self-doubt and his violent past.
In 2014, I went to Africa, baby, you was my passenger.
This is a personal reference to Kendrick's trip to Africa, which he also discussed in To Pimp a Butterfly. It's significant not just as a cultural journey, but as a symbol of change. Africa represents a return to his roots, and Kendrick is once again relating this personal growth to the people in his life who have supported him, namely Whitney.
Fabrication had discussion, then you blocked me, I said,
Here, Kendrick gets more introspective, acknowledging that at times his journey has been filled with falsehoods and self-deception. When experiencing writer's block, he projected his frustration onto the very thing that had given him life, his art. This is a deep moment of vulnerability where Kendrick confronts his own demons, showing the internal struggle between authenticity and the pressures of fame.
Ain't no like my cause that been my pen.
This final line is a profound revelation that the entire song is an extended metaphor. Kendrick's love for his pen is akin to a romantic relationship. His pen has been his constant companion, both a source of frustration and enlightenment. It's a powerful end to the track, echoing comments I used to love, HER, where hip-hop is personified as a woman. Here, Kendrick personifies his pen as a lover, who's always been there despite the ups and downs. SZA sings about Kendrick's pen giving him life, charisma, and making him feel real. SZA's contribution here is pivotal. Her vocals represent the life Kendrick feels through his art, bringing him out of his own head and grounding him. She speaks to the therapeutic and transformative power of creativity. The instrumental in Gloria is a mix of atmospheric, soulful melodies and somber piano chords. It carries a reflective tone throughout, matching the introspective nature of the lyrics. The subtle layers of bass provide depth, while the occasional strings elevate the emotional weight of the song. It's minimalistic yet powerful, allowing the lyrical content to shine. Gloria is a culmination of Kendrick's thoughts on love, growth, and the deep connection between an artist and their craft. Through this song, Kendrick Lamar doesn't just reflect on his personal relationships, he delves into the complexities of his artistic journey. As he has always done, he uses his experiences to shape his music, offering his listeners a window into his soul. Kendrick Lamar is known for crafting not just music but entire visual experiences, and his latest album GNX is no exception. The cover, simple yet striking, shows Kendrick standing in front of a Buick GNX, a car that shares the name of his album. But what does this cover truly say about the project? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about Kendrick himself. His posture is casual, leaning back on the GNX with an expression that's calm but focused. This isn't the Kendrick who needs to prove himself anymore. This is a man who's taking a moment to reflect. The casual clothes, the baseball cap, and the overall vibe signal that he's not here for the glitz and glamour. It's about realness. Now, the Buick GNX is key here. This is more than just a car, it's a symbol of power, nostalgia, and personal history. The GNX is a high-performance vehicle known for its speed and rarity, much like Kendrick's own career in hip-hop. By standing in front of this car, Kendrick is saying that he's in control of his own journey, driving through life's challenges with purpose. It's a nod to his roots and the streets that shaped him. The choice to go with black and white isn't random. This aesthetic gives the image a timeless, nostalgic quality. It strips away distractions and brings the focus back to the essentials, Kendrick and his journey. There's no need for flashy colors or elaborate backgrounds. The monochrome design speaks to a deeper reflection on his past, his legacy, and his role in the culture. Notice how Kendrick is dressed plain clothes, no over-the-top jewelry. It's a reminder that this project isn't about excess or materialism. Instead, Kendrick's sending a message of authenticity. He's showing that despite his success, he's still connected to his roots. A minimalistic background enhances this theme, keeping our focus entirely on him and the car, just like the album centers around his personal journey. In just one image, Kendrick is telling us everything we need to know about this album. GNX is about reflection, power, and authenticity. It's Kendrick's way of looking back at where he's been, while also acknowledging how far he's come. The Buick GNX represents more than just a car, it's a metaphor for his journey, his speed, and his control over his destiny. As Kendrick Lamar's sixth studio album, GNX, reaches its final track, Gloria closes the journey on an introspective note. The album has been a profound exploration of identity, love, legacy, and artistry, with each track peeling back a layer of Kendrick's life, revealing his vulnerabilities, his struggles, and his growth. Gloria, in its multifaceted representation of love and Kendrick's deep bond with his craft, serves as a fitting conclusion to an album built on personal reflections and complex relationships. Throughout GNX, Kendrick grapples with the weight of expectations, both from his community and his own legacy as an artist. We've seen him navigate the highs and lows of fame, question his place in the world, and dissect the personal sacrifices made along the way. The album's themes of personal growth, self-awareness, and the duality of his experiences, both as an individual and an artist, resonate deeply. In Gloria, Kendrick offers us a final meditation on the profound relationship between his love life and his art. It's an exploration of both his intimate relationships and the demanding, often punishing relationship he has with his craft. He's shown us that his journey to glory hasn't been easy, but it's been deeply rewarding and transformative. Ultimately, GNX is more than an album, it's a testament to Kendrick's continued evolution, both as an artist and as a man. It's about confronting inner demons, reconciling past mistakes, and striving for a deeper sense of purpose. As we leave this album, we're reminded of the intricate balance between personal sacrifice and the pursuit of greatness. Kendrick leaves us with the understanding that while glory may be within reach, it comes with a price. And with that, Kendrick Lamar's GNX solidifies its place as another iconic chapter in his legendary discography.